Joining us today is a good friend of the show and one of the roasters. She also got roasted herself. Comedian, actress, the one and only Sheryl Underwood. Hey, we saw you represent Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. What up?
Well, listen, I stay fighter, but Rickey, I might have needed you by my side the way they was coming after the big dog. You know what they say? You shoot at the queen and you miss. Now I got to pop you back. But I appreciate the people standing by my side. I appreciate that.
Man, Sheryl, you killed it. I mean, people been, let me just ask you, have people been blowing you up since then?
Oh, absolutely. And let me tell you really what happened. You know, Jermaine, that's with Earthquake, Jermaine, that's owns Mr. Henry's in Washington, D.C. Yeah. So we took the meeting with Netflix, and then Netflix offered me one night at the Ice House in Pasadena, right? So I got into Netflix as a joke for one night, and then me and Kyle Irby, who's on my I Need a Job tour, we took the date to do it, and it was just one night on a Wednesday night. So then I got a call, and I got to thank Chris Spencer, Ian Edwards, Kevin Hart, and Netflix for offering me the position on the road. So then we go to Ted Sarando's house for the comedian brunch, and everybody was there. Wanda Sykes, Lou Nell, Eddie Murphy, Dave Chappelle, everybody was there. So I got a chance to meet Tony Hinchcliffe, who came up to me and said, "Sheryl, this is what I'm going to say about you." He didn't tell me the exact jokes. He told me the topics. He said, "What you think?" I said, "They better be funny." Because I'm from the old school, the Pride Club roast, playing the dozens with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Black funerals, right? So he told me what he was going to say. Then Shane Gillis called me and said, "This is what I want to do." I said, "Shane, my favorite Western is Shane, but what you gonna say?" He said it. I said, "They better be funny. I'm gonna pop you like Doc Holliday in Tombstone," right? Yeah. So when they did what they did, right, I'm over there with a pen and a piece of paper going, "Oh, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you." And Chris Spencer, Kyle Irby, Vanessa Graddock, all of us coming together. And then Kevin told me, "Do what you do, Sheryl." So that's when I hit him, and I said, "If you say anything that sound like you ain't gonna make it out of Inglewood alive," and that's when everybody stood up and cheered.
Oh my God!
Oh my God! Yeah. Sheryl, did them jokes about your late husband make you feel some type of way, even though they asked you first? That's kind of like, I was telling everybody here, that's kind of like deep and below the belt. But then Special K was like, "Ain't no below the belt and no roast." Like, I don't know. You got to have a thick skin for that. How you feel about that?
One, that they came to me with respect. Okay. And two, you're right. In a roast, there's no limit. And what I told him is, you ain't got to worry about me because I give you the Jack Benny. Come on now. I give you the Jack Benny. I might look off like, who you talking to, right? But I said, you got to deal with the culture. You got to deal with the street. You got to walk out of here. But here's what I want people to know. What it allowed me to talk about was men, black men, and mental illness, right? And yes, they do that type of humor, and they making big money. That's why I said, thank you for bringing back words that we've been using, but we got canceled for using it. Y'all getting paid for using it. That's why it's freedom of speech. For everybody mad that they did George Floyd jokes, you should be mad. You should be. That's the reaction we want, for you to be mad. And then for all the Charlie Kirk people, you better look the other way. Why? Because he did a George Floyd joke, and Pete Davidson on our side does a Charlie Kirk joke. What's my point? Comedy is alive and well. Now we need to educate the people by doing jokes about gerrymandering, doing jokes about a guy that's in the office that has dismantled all the levels of protection and power. That's why I'm coming with the podcast, Politics and Punchlines, and my tour is still the I Need a Job tour, because right now, everybody's talking to me, but I still got to work like most Americans out there. So thank you, Brett, for understanding that me as a widow, it hurt me that my husband is dead, but just like black people, we laughed and joked at my husband's funeral. That's what heals the pain.
Yeah.
But it was a little rough. But I also understood this was a roast.
But Cheryl, Special K, look, we just so proud of you because, you know, you're a friend of the show. You're a friend of ours. We love you. You took those hard shots. You took that mic, and then you killed your set. You represented. Everybody knows that the roasts are harsh. They're disrespectful. A lot of the social media critics are saying that it was too much. It was too offensive. How do you address the people on social media who maybe just don't understand, and they're saying they went too hard with the racial stuff? How do you address that?
Well, right now, those of us that understand, remember it used to be the Friars Club. It used to be Bob Hope. It used to be Sammy Davis Jr. People were roasting with love, but they hit below the belt, but not that low. Well, nowadays, the roast is the lowest, the hardest you can come. But if you know what you're doing, you can come back harder on them. Now, you want to hear me talk about, like when I do my nightclub set, I'll be at the New Orleans Comedy Room in New Orleans this weekend, the 15th, 16th, and 17th, grand opening club. Terry Hodges booked me at the Crowfoot, Pontiac, Michigan, May 22nd, 23rd. And then I'll be at Stand Up Club in Bellflower, California. Well, what am I saying? When you see me live, it's just as offensive. It's just as bigoted. It's just as profane. What's happening now is just being aired. It's an art form that's being aired. And for people in social media, if you understand the Friars Club roast tradition, you only roast who you love. And, you can go too far. You might get popped physically. I don't do that. But what I liked about this, we showed we could all come together and perfect the art form of humor in America by roasting. But you're supposed to not like something. You're supposed to get offended, and it lets you know if you've gone too far as a comic. What you want to say, Ricky, baby?
No, I'm just saying I feel bad because I had you all to myself on the Tom Joyner cruise. I could have smashed. And now your ass done blew up on this roast, and I feel bad because I can't even brag about like I hit that. You know what I'm saying? I can't say that. I can't say that. You know what I'm saying? That bothers. Yeah.
Ricky, listen to me. After the roast, you could have got it because I needed some love.
You was vulnerable, wasn't you?
I was vulnerable. That's right. I was standing up vulnerable. Ricky could have got it. He could have got it that night. It would have been on and popping.
Well, when I see you again, I'm gonna beat the brakes off of Cheryl. Just give me one more chance.
Beat the brake, knock the wing off. You need to do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, y'all give it up for Sheryl Underwood. I love you.
I love you back to support my gospel plays. Can I call in and tell you about the gospel plays and the
come on now. You got to ask that. You know. Yeah, I got you. We'll make that a whole interview by itself. Love you, Sheryl.
Okay, love you back. I'll see you later.
Rickey Smiley Morning Show, baby.